guys. Go for more TIs. They seem like content to like, oh, people making a legacy for themselves. Thompson, Ember. Scouting out some of these lanes and rotations. Kind of, no, he's the mid. That's a mid Ember, just seeing what heroes are going where. Gives a 5. There we go. Arteezy pays him back the high 5. That's what we like to see. Drops his little...
Oh, and they're swapping the lanes already. This is the power of Chen, even though the cooldown is pretty big on level 1. He TP'd Sanking to the top lane. Now he's gonna TP bottom. One of the strengths of the Chen.
Then get the lanes. They want this Sanking against Gyro. Gyro's a TP though. Gyro's going to TP bottom, but the problem is Seb can now TP bottom
Sanking
too.
will just TP bottom now.
Yep. Oh, that is Chen in a nutshell. Will Seb just TP right away?
We'll get that. He wants to take a couple of C.
Your idol falls.
You can't have it!
Not really want to lane against this Gyrocopter. That's a hero that can put a lot more pressure on him. So it seems like, okay, maybe not for now. They're not going to at least instantly TP. How do you see this mid lane going, Ember and OD?
Once OD hits level 4, it's going to become really tough for Ember Spirit. He has 1-2-1 build on OD.
Yep.
He's just going to keep hitting him with Hurricane Orb.
See early nulls coming out. He's just bringing out whatever stat items he can get. Life is difficult and possible. Say coming out of top set. I think that's Sanking. The first point in the bar strike already is going to have that matchup against the Tide Hunter. Kind of seemed like this was maybe the matchup they didn't want when the Chen used that Holy Persuasion to swap the lane, but they are sticking with their guns here, giving Chen the safe lane to secure the Alchemist some farm, and Tel will come on in to make sure he gets this small camp. He really wants to get a good creep here. Yeah, he'll get the D ward, but Fly coming in just in time. He doesn't get there in time to block the camp, but it's unfortunately for Notel, it's not the creep he was hoping for.
Oh, it's a small Wild Wing. That's probably the worst creep you can get.
Yeah, well, the other camp was the Kobolds. He's hoping for like the Harpy or something there, or the little ghost with the slow.
Oh, top lane, don't miss it.
Wouldn't dream of it. Another Pyro Strike coming in a second. First blood. No, he's has got the damage. It's S4 and Crit who get the kill. They will get the revenge one on Jerex, but
with another stun. That's a dead Grimstroke.
One or two more right clicks. He's got the early point in the Fiery Souls for the attack speed. He finds the double kill on Crit's Lena.
1,000 gold on Lena. She's also level 3.
Just casual 1,000 gold. That's where you queue up the Midas. Well, very good start to that top lane.
Oh, play. He used the Inkswell before, and then he TP'd him with the Chen. Cute little play, but not very effective.
It was very cute. The 2 points in the Inkswell as well. Arteezy, though, has a salve now. He had that Bloodlust movement speed, which helped him get away as well. Right afterwards, Jerex will TP back to the top lane. If they'd found a kill there, that would have looked really nice for them. Seb has some backup now, looking to get the double stun off, but has to use it defensively as he kind of backs off right afterwards, recognizing that he can't really follow this one up with any further aggression. That's our mid lane looking. OD and Ember pretty even on CS here. A couple of CS advantage for Sumail, but nothing really separating the two. Gotta imagine Thompson's had to chew through a bit more regen. Bottle as well as salves.
Also, they need to control the runes because Thompson has a bottle, so OD is gonna put him under the Astral.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And then go for the rune. Thompson doesn't have Searing Chains. He may go for the Sleight of Fist steal. Ooh, couldn't get it. You can pick up the runes during that Sleight of Fist if you're on top of it.
If you're good.
It looked like Sumail actually stopped moving, so he wasn't on top of the rune. So he couldn't maybe pick it up with that Sleight of Fist. I think Sumail, it seemed like he saw it coming. Nice attempted rune steal by the Ember. Thompson going to be forced out of this lane a little bit. The level 5 OD, 3 points in the Astral. Very hard to lane against now. I think Ember just feeling like he's going to have better time in the jungle. 2 points in the Flame Guard.
He was relying to get the rune, refill the bottle. Now he needs to be a bit cautious or just farm under the tower. He's level 5, 3 points in Sleight.
Got to keep an eye out for these bounty runes. 5 minutes in, Alchemist in the game. Both teams typically going to be eyeing off bounty runes here. No Tail, can he get either of these? I imagine he's going to struggle. He may go for the deny here. Will he get it in time? Ogre is there, so he can't deny it. 3 bounty roots for each.
That's how we play against Alchemist. Try to steal as many bounties as possible. Top lane.
And they're going in, they hit the Inkswell, S4. They're a bit of trouble here. Does look to turn. Throw the Anchor Smash for Seb, forces him back. 10 stick charges on Seb. He is kind of trying to bait in some aggression here. Early days, it is EG with an edge in the laning stage. Definitely feel that homing missile denied by
the homing missile.
Top lane, they bring down Crit. Jerix and Seb teaming up for that one. These early points in the Inkswell, comboing with the Sanking and the Burrow Strike initiation, looking pretty scary. Potent stuff. No Tail, what a teammate. P's just to get this stack off, I believe. That is true 5-position support play. This rune, can Thompson get this? No, he doesn't. Another rune stolen by EG. They're doing such a good job controlling these runes. Denying them time and time again from Thompson's Ember Spirit, who would love to have gotten some of these. This bottle. His life's so much more difficult.
And I love the build on Submail this game. He goes for 3 Null Talisman boots, so he can take a fight. Like, this hero can be really aggressive early on with this kind of a build.
And with that haste rune, Fly ran in. He gets a ward down deep in the enemy jungle. And by the top shrine, he just scouts, but over in the other side of the jungle, he's also scouting. He's not blocking either camp. They just want to get vision of the Alchemist so they can go for some kills, perhaps. And I guess if you do block those camps, you risk feeding away gold because it becomes very easy to de-ward those observer wards.
I estimate the probability of winning to be above 99%.
There you go. How's this? How do you feel like this early game has fared? Is either team pulled ahead, or is it just?
It's pretty even. Alchemist is now just farming the jungle. This is the time where EG needs to buy some smokes and try to take some stacks from him. Lina is level 4, 2 points in Dragon Slave. She can easily steal some of the creep. Also, Gyro just hit level 6. If they want to make a move, he can easily rotate as well.
Instantly, Fly and Arteezy were running at this Chen, but they'll be able to do a whole lot.
But you need to buy a smoke and play some.
Oh, No Tail's tipping Fly. Oh
Radiant's
no.
middle tower
Careful.
is under attack.
He saw that gank coming and he says, I see you, buddy. He was using that word to describe
Jerix
it.
is gonna kill that observer ward
Radiant's
straight away.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they know that OG's playing so well. They understand how to play with Alchemist. That this goes far back. They already placed an observer ward. The only way to approach is pretty much with the smoke.
Yep. Playing Sanking's at level 6, not going for the epicenter, so
Radiant's
similar to
middle
the
tower
Tide, but
under
Tide is
attack.
holding a skill point, so if he wants to skill that Ravage, he can. And just rotate in, going for that early Sleight of Fist. Doesn't have any points in the Searing Chains, but level 4 Sleight of Fist does a lot of damage. Jerix is in trouble, he gets stunned up, the cooldown curve is there, and this should be a kill, but if OG can cut it just to 1 loss,
It doesn't matter, they can just show on the lanes, try to make something happen with only Jerix being the casualty. I think they're fine with that because Alchemist is farming.
Absolutely. Got 2 other lanes being farmed. Seb's just going to use a Burrow Strike to make sure he gets the last hit on the creeps. And S4 getting kind of low here, but has got a casual cloak, should be just fine. Until perhaps Grimstor's up 3 points in Inkswell. You may crack an off a stun from the Burrow Strike, but if the Inkswell hits you after that, you could be in trouble. And he's leveled up the epicenter, so I believe they are looking for a kill up here. Will they go for this Burrow Strike?
Radiant's middle tower
Saving a
is
point
under attack.
for Ravage. There it is,
Radiant
Phantom.
structures are fortified.
Didn't get it. Oh, they didn't get to keep the silence on. Now they will serve the kill.
Dyer's
All right.
top tower is
He
under
used
attack.
Inkswell on the creep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That damage from the
Dyer's structures
coming out from
are
the duo.
fortified.
More than enough to get the kill here. Now they're rotating in mid. Thompson has to be a little bit careful here. Does have that 4 points in
Dyer's
Sleight of Fist with the
top tower is under
fire remnants to
attack.
get out of there. Maybe another cooldown from Arteezy. He's looking for No Tail.
Radiant's middle
Definitely
tower
looking
is
like like a dead Chen here. Doesn't have level 6, no hand of God, but the Sand King shows up from the side, has got the epicenter ball for Burrow Strike. He defensively outrules to keep himself alive. Fly going to take all of that damage here as Seb comes back, looking for the OD. He's going to die, but he, in the process, gets the kill for Jerax. Great bit of play coming out from OG, who turn around a bit of over-aggression here. No steering chains, level 7 still on the Ember. Can't stop the TP out, but
they needed a Tide Hunter in that fight.
Yeah.
Radiant
Tide.
are scanning.
And 4 TP bottom. Yep.
Yeah, even if you DP mid though, you're playing behind the enemy tier 1 tower, so it's very hard to get there on the map.
Oh, they're gonna get the maybe almost. If Ogre got the stun, they could have gotten the 4 wounds, but I think they're gonna be fine with just 3 of those.
3 is like what you're hoping for. If you do really well, you're getting 4. We'll see another replay of this fight here. Again, Arteezy very gung-ho about just dropping this cooldown the second the hero gets stunned up. It gets these early kills, but see Sumail here, he's coming in from behind, and Tide is still dead. So this fight's broken down. If you're Tide Hunter, you're respawning, you feel like you can't get to this fight because it's not near one of your towers. Your team playing behind the enemy lines makes it so hard to get into.
Yeah, they just got outnumbed there. Now Chen is almost level 6, so is he bringing... he already used them.
Alchemist, as far as Radiance time is going, not looking for that 11-12 minute Radiance. He did go for double bracer and phase boots, all the small items.
They have a good vision on the Alchemist, 2 deep observer boards placed where near the camps where Alchemist allows to hang.
Yep. Vision's one thing though, they haven't used that to actually try and gank him just yet.
They're just giving him the mean look.
Yeah. Coming in, the CS4 Thompson. He's hit level 8 now. Still not going for Searing Chains. Wants to prioritize a more defensive build. He's going to Remnant on forward. Has got the X-Wall on now. This is not looking good for Fly. The cooldown being used for Thompson. Slider Fist is there with the Forest Strike follow-up. They make it S4 as well. He's been silenced up now as well. Has got the Ravage. He can get rid of the silence. He's not going to get a chance to go for it though. Not sure it would have mattered too much as well, as Arteezy wasn't really in fighting shape there. All of his mana. Cooldown and OG,
they're just bringing the numbers. Every single time they have an extra hero, sometimes even 2. And meanwhile, Alchemist is just farming.
Thompson trying to fire Remnant away from this one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looking to go for Arteezy. Sorry for the extra messages. We've got some third comment. I turned off my Steam, but apparently messages still show up. I don't know what's going on here. Apologies for that. Shout out to her. Dota 2. But as it stands, OG 2k gold lead. This is what you want though. This is the Alchemist stuff. You typically, if you don't have a gold lead with Alchemist around 15 minutes or so in the game, you've struggled in the early game. But they're winning these fights while the Alchemist continues to farm for that Radiance.
Yeah, we still didn't see the Ravage. S4 is not having a good time. 0-3 at this point. Can he blink out? Sandstorm is going to cancel it.
Nicely done. They're just finding kills wherever they go, and when you can play this well as a 4-man unit while you've got this hard carry farming, that's like OG in their comfort zone. They love these games where Anna can just, hit creeps, come online in the mid game, and just cause all kinds of problems.
And I love what Thompson was doing. He was just showing on the lanes. He doesn't necessarily need to get a kill or make something happen. He's just buying time for Alchemist because his laning stage was really not the greatest, and he's making a comeback. 4 points in Grievel's Greed. That's gonna be a Radiance. 1 more creep camp and that's it.
Key rate 13.5. Quite maybe the normal fast Alchemist timing you're hoping for, but still very good. And considering how the rest of the game is going with some of these heroes that have been shut down,
absolutely perfect.
This is
the positioning from Jerax. Jerax is his second name is Smokebreaker.
Comforting rune of regeneration.
Dire's structures
managed
are
to
fortified.
prevent another EG rotation. It just feels like OG have the sixth sense right now for all these rotations coming in.
A lot of D wards from OG from the early start. They're reading the map so well. Now they have that Radiance, it's go time. Sanking has a Blink Dagger, and they instantly...
Dire are scanning.
But at the same time, EG. Talk about OG reading EG's movements. It goes both ways. They dire scan. They see this movement coming. Will they try and bait and take this fight? They need the Tide. The Ravage is coming. It's not quite here in time, perhaps. Ortiz is going to be careful. He's going to go down. He does not have a BKB yet. Tide's rotating on the side, but they're going to throw the Ravage. Hit several. They kill No-Tail. He instantly buys back to come back in this fight. No-Tail will be TPing back in as Thompson in the front lines with that blade gun. He's just so damn tanky, and the sleight of fist does so much damage at this stage of the game. They're going to look for a fourth kill here. They want S4, and there's just nothing EG can do to win this one. Another Burrow Strike from Seb, and they're going to finish off S4 as it.
Well, Sumail bails them. He just TP stopped to pick up at least the bounty runes because this fight didn't go well. He's already used the Blink Dagger, and Adam is dead.
Yeah. He may have gotten a bounty rune, but he's getting some tips. OG, 4K gold lead. They just completely team-wiped EG. They killed every single hero in the game. They will lose Jarek. He gets caught, left behind, but ultimately that is a support. Mr. Smokebreaker himself. Sometimes you die for those smoke breaks.
Yeah, really well played by OG. They use the Inkswell on a Sanking. He blinks in, finds the Gyrocopter before he could get any spells off. And this is where the damage comes from. OD was also not in that fight. He didn't use a single spell. Once Alchemist gets a BKB, that's gonna be so tough to play. And the Chen immediately buybacks after he dies, uses Hand of God, and even gets a double kill with his creep.
And this is why I think a lot of people expected Chen to be one of the most banned heroes of this tournament. It just provides so much, and it's such a nuisance from this 5-position role. When you combine it with other healing sources like the Alchemist Chemical Rage,
Radiant
it just buffs up these heals so much.
Lina is level 10 with the cast range talent. Also has an urn. I was thinking about Spirit Vessel, but I mean, it's not going to be that effective against Alchemist because he's going to have 2 ways of dispelling it with the Chemical Rage, BKB. Alchemists don't go for Manta styles anymore. If you check the talents, they usually go for attack speed, the damage, they even go for Cleave. You and me discussed about it. Cleave is kind of a substitution. If you get 6 slotted, then you can sell the Radiance.
Yeah, you don't really want to have that Radiance when you go into like those late game stages of the game. It just doesn't feel like this carry build. It's like the old school Radiance Mant Octarine that split pushes and causes problems. You want to have this build where you can actually kill people, which is more what we're seeing now with this BKB Blink Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, so you just blink on someone with the Chemical Rage. You have a really good positioning with the Blink Dagger, of course. Yep. And the Bash. Insanely good against the BKB carry. Yep. EG right now, they need those 2 BKBs. OD only has a recipe. Gyrocopter getting closer, 600 gold away from it. The timing from OG, insanely good. BKB is up on Alchemist. They want to make something happen.
Yeah, they blink in with the stun, the bar strike. They want to burst down fly here. It is just an ogre match. They're going to throw out a Ravage here, trying to turn this one around. Even Thompson was inside the Astral, so he doesn't get hit by this. Ogre going to buy back, going to try and take this fight, but Thompson's just charging it. But he revs it aggressively, using the sleight of fist, constantly just nuking everyone down. Heavy center with the blink in as well. Who's he going for? He splits the target down with the BKB, takes out the leader, changes targets, going to get diving from Clive's Ogre. He goes down, and Seb's not done with S4. That's 4 dead. Seb gets hit by his teammate as OG roll over EG. 4 heroes dead.
That's actually 5 dead because Ogre bought back and died instantly. And OG is not gonna stop. They're might even threaten the high ground. Arteezy does not have a cooldown. Black Cannon is on the cooldown as well, but they're pinging Roche.
It was this race to BKB. Anna getting his BKB before Arteezy's Gyrocopter just makes it so hard for Arteezy and EG to take these fights.
Yeah, he understands that he does not need a Blink Dagger this early on. BKB is so much more valuable because they don't have anything that goes through BKB at the moment. And the amount of heal that they have with Chen's Aura, Chemical Rage, the extra 20% increased healing, plus a Hand of God, also Vlad's on Chen. EG can't take this fight.
They have all the team fight items. EG have rotated in, but the Alk has already helped secure them an Aegis. Thompson picking that one up as They are looking to just finish off S4 and the rest of EG, I think, realizing this is not a fight they want to take. And the problem is, Ravage is a long cooldown to play around. OG can just go take a fight now. We're only 19 minutes in, but they may even threaten high ground.
And Jarek's got brown boots, Lotus Orb disassembled, the mana boots. It's insanely good against the Gyrocopter. He can't use a homing missile against Ogre, against Lina, even Astral. They have so many single target spells that they can echo.
Yeah, so we're just going to see them like pop this on the Alchemist and let him frontline, I imagine, at this point. Such a strong item to have this early in the game. And a very unconventional build, but one that makes so much sense right now.
Scanning.
I'll take your
Thompson takes bounty runes, and this time it is OG for bounty runes. That is a very big sign of how this game has changed. EG were, 5, 10, 15 minutes in.
They found crit on the bottom lane. He was just trying to do some pushed away, hide in the trees.
Yep. He's going to do what damage he can, but I think he knows he has got no real escape unless he jukes, and he will do so. Thompson actually has... Oh, yep, missed that sleight of fist. All right, Crit gets out of there. Managed to maneuver his way through the trees, getting out of there, but Arteezy not so lucky. He goes down top. That was with the BKB. Seb, Epicenter, Burrow Strike, completed Pipe of Insight. So all of this AoE magic damage, which is Gyro's primary source of damage since he's got just phase BKB, is going to be heavily negated by this pipe.
One thing I always liked about Seb is his itemization. He understands it to a next level. When he was playing Mag, getting a Guardian Greave before a Blink Dagger, same goes for Pipe. And this Pipe will mitigate a ton of the magical damage that they have. Against the cooldown, against Rocket Barrage, Lina, it's looking all OG. Actually, it's 17,000 net worth for them.
And 21 minutes too. OG are playing such good Dota right now.
Now you can quote me on this one. The game is over when you have 1,000 gold lead per minute.
Yeah, well they're not there yet. They have a bit more to go. As they are looking to just break onto the high ground. And there's just so little you can do. S4 does have Ravage back up. He's going to have to try and find some way into this fight to go for good Ravage. It's going to be just walking on in. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger or anything. And OG just going to stand here, hit some buildings. The Sleight of Fist spam is just zoning in the market. Arteezy may have a BKB, but he's already half health. He doesn't want to fight. With the constant chip damage coming out from Sleight of Fist, from the Stroke of Fate, from the Grimstroke, those long-range AoE nukes just make it so difficult for EG to take a fight.
They can kill the shrines right now. Alchemist already TP'd bottom to push out the way, will be TP'd back if they want to take a fight with the Chen. He almost has enough gold to buy a full
Dire's
AC.
top shrine is under attack.
That is very scary. I mean, you compare Anna's net worth to his counterpart, the Arteezy Gyrocopter, and it is night and day. A carry here at Gyro that's known for kind of dominating and coming online in the early to mid game has struggled to have an impact this game with the...
It's one of those smokes, guys, we've got to do something because we know we're in a bad spot. If we lose another fight, the game just ends.
Yeah. But OG playing on the other side of the map. The Alchemist was down there, but they're using this Chen recall to just maneuver around the map, and now it's OG who are in their way down bottom. I think having an idea of where EG are playing on the map. There's a couple of towers down here they may want to go for as well. A tier 1 and a tier 2. Arteezy playing a bit greedy, going for another creep wave. He may just have to BKB TP out. He gets caught by an unstable concoction. Burrow Strike pull up, and Arteezy is done for. Quick and easy kill. Crit just TPs out, leaving Arteezy to die, as he should have. There's no saving his life once he gets caught by that unstable concoction. And OG are just going to run down this bottom lane.
Seb hunting the rat, trying to find something.
He knows there's just no way EG can fight him. He's also unkillable with this 1800 health Pipe 4-star Blink. Yeah, OG. What's the answer here? You mentioned 1k gold per minute advantage. We're about to get there. This tier 2 tower is going to probably take this up to about 23k gold lead. And it's Dota Plus 99%. EG,
it's not
what
bugs.
Is the 1%?
Yesterday we had some bugs with 100%.
Well, there's 1% for EG, and they're going to have to dig deep to figure out where that 1% is. It is looking right. He can't get the BKB up in time. He's getting chased. So this is the 1%. They take out the Alchemist. They start the fight off with a great kill on Alka. They are going to repel OG here. Game just expires as well. EG has picked their timing perfectly as the BKB gyrocopter goes charging in. They're going to take out the Sand King of Seb as well, and that's the turn EG were looking for. That's
What
the high
a
ground
ravage from
defense.
S4. The timing on that ulti was absolutely perfect. Man, he couldn't get the BKB up. Maybe OG execution there was a bit sloppy. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see that fight again, but ooh, there it is.
It was, yep.
And the Lina stun from Fog,
yeah.
Lance and cast range talent.
You just don't see it coming. That is the power of this Lina build and why this hero is being played a lot as a 4. It reminds me a lot of like the 4-position Shaman with 8 lanes, where you're just able to stun or hex people in Shaman's case from Fog and they can't get BKBs off. Having these heroes that can play against BKBs from a support role is just so nice. Bounty runes being somewhat contested as EG managed to secure down bottom. Helps rotate in. There's no BKB. It's on cooldown for 5 seconds, but with the defensive Astral, he should be able to get this off. Anna was looking for a stun, but the blink away from Sumail is there, but he's still getting very, very low. A couple of Sleight of Fists could finish him off. Doesn't look like Ember wants to chase. I think OG maybe learning to, you know, take their foot off the gas for a little bit here.
They're still in a really good spot. Ravage is on cooldown for another minute. Roche may respawn in a minute and a half.
Yep.
I expect them to make a move. They already killed the shrines, so they can't be backstabbed unless they use a smoke.
By the way, Anna has an Ag Scepter queued up, and this Ember Spirit of Tops, I imagine, is the recipient. He had Ags himself queued to build, but now he's like, no, I'm not getting Ags. I'm going for a fast Octarine core. Maelstrom Octarine is not your everyday Ember build, but if you throw in a pulled Aghanim Scepter, he's going to be incredibly scary and come online so fast.
Yeah. Anna only needs 1,000 gold to buy that Aghanim Scepter.
He's already got the point booster, so he's committing. I think they're basically trying to turn this Ember suddenly into this basically late game hero. When you can have Aghanim Scepter with Octarine core, Deuce cooldown is going to be so scary.
I mean, they can play it safe. If they don't have to rush anything, if Ravage is going to be ready once again, so they can just wait for the next Roche, get the Aegis and Cheese.
G, 21k gold lead. But you've got to be careful. That unsuccessful high ground push definitely probably put some doubts in their minds as to just how secure this game is.
EG has no big items coming on their side. OD has only Mystic Staff. Still a lot of time to buy that Hex. Same goes for Gyro. They're just saving a buyback for now.
That is the big item I feel that EG can use to turn this game. To play against like the BKB of the Alchemist and also to actually lock down and kill the Ember Spirit. Having this OD Hex would be massive for them, but it is still 2k plus gold away.
Dire
He
are
only needs
scanning.
700 gold for it.
That's crazy. I think, yeah, this... I mean, it's 4th position, it's Jerax. He does get more farm than, you know, your everyday support, but he's going to have a Hex before the OD does, and he's got these 2 items that can have such a heavy impact on a team fight.
Jerax is not happy about those mud golems.
For something. Kill. He's going to stack some Ancients as well as the Mud Golem.
Well, I know who's going to be happy about mud golems. Alchemist.
Oh, yeah. Didn't get that stack, but he did get the Ancients. There we go. Yeah, I believe he... Yep, he pulled the Ag Scepter. Ember. Level 17 only. Doesn't have the full 300 damage fire remnants yet.
And smoke from EG.
Yeah, they're worried about... I imagine a Roshan, which can respawn any time now. So neither team knows when Rosh is respawning. But EG are worried that they're in the pit. Chen Creep scouting it out. Oh,
they know where they are. They saw that
yeah.
one. It's being pinged out by Chen.
That Chen Creep was right next to that D ward happening, and most teams are will notice that sentry ward randomly go missing from their map, so going for that D sentry while smoke, not what you want to do maybe.
Ember Spirit just scouting things out with Arcane Rune and Ags.
Oh, that's so cheeky, and now Thompson. He's maybe going to look to pick up line here. They throw him with the Blink Ravage. Can they actually bring down the Ember? The champions is going to be enough. They take out Thompson. Instantly buys back. Vertizi's already in with the Black Hand and the BKB. He's going to delete the Sand King. Buyback from OG. They want to take this fight. And with any BKB on Alchemist, they should be able to have this one. Anna, can he stun up Ortiz? He jukes in the trees, finds a new target. Can he blink out of this one? He gets Burrow Strike. The timing from Seb is perfect. As OG, they had to commit a couple of buybacks, but they do come out on top. And with Ravage down, with BKB Gyro down, I imagine they can actually break the high ground here.
Look at Ember Spirit.
He's just going all in. Falls up 2 men. Ortiz, he's got no BKB to defend himself. Zootmail, he's fought back, uses defensive Astral, but I don't imagine Ortiz can help him from escape. As soon as he comes out, he's popped like a pinata. He has to
Dire
back Banana.
structures are fortified.
Back off.
I mean, Alk should be careful. He has a deep check and the lead.
Be waiting for Chemical Rage, or perhaps just waiting for Roshan. They are still scouting this out. Almost a max respawn, so I think they're going to be to this pit, knowing that it basically has to respawn soon. And they're also headed back because 4 bounty runes. You've got out
Bounties with Alk. Easy peasy. That's a Hex purchased on Jerax. And they need to give this...
EG contest this. I don't think they can.
And they need to give Aegis the Ember Spirit. He was playing a bit too aggressive, but he knows that he has a buyback as Remnants in the fight. Can easily come back into a fight. EG.
Are they coming? Are they going to go for a steal? S4 Makeley has to. He doesn't have Ravage, but he's too late. The second he sees the Roche die and he's not ready to steal it, EG have to disengage. Man, this game is slipping further and further away. Lacoste, we're at that point. 31k gold in 30 minutes.
Back it up.
The 1k gold a minute. That's Alchemist in a nutshell for you. This hero's rate of farm is absolutely insane. You give him this kind of freedom.
And that's a full Abyssal Blade. He's not even saving for a buyback here. Has cheese in his backpack.
I mean, that's... You talk about openings and the 1% chance for EG to win this game. That feels like one of those openings to win the game. And Alk not having buyback, not having Aegis as well. I mean, you give the Aegis to Ember because buyback's down, but...
It doesn't matter if he has a buyback or not at this point, since EG has no tower damage whatsoever. They have Gyro and OD. And they still have a tier 1 tower on mid.
Yeah, if they mess up a fight, you're not going to lose your base for it, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah. You're not going to even lose racks. You can't lose one.
Position, Blink, Fire Strike, he just forces out. He's trying to bait some spells here. Thompson follows it up as well with the Sleight of Fist. Just trying to see what they can force out here. But back in the mid lane, Alchemist, he's gone in with the big BKB. Concrete here, the right clicks with the BKB is going to be enough, and now Arteezy in trouble. He's been Abyssal Bladed up, he's lost his place with the Ravage, says Anna. He doesn't quite find it, the Ravage is there, and he's got no buyback. He can be so careful not to go down here. He's got so much health regen from the Chemical Rain. Zumail's wailing away on him, the right clicks is the clip's going to be enough. He doesn't have the damage, the Chiefs is there, and now Zumail getting bashed up. Stuns for him, and GG! EG drop game 1 of this 2-game series. OG, they played so well. After the stage, just setting up the wards, dewarding their jungle so Alchemist can get his farm. His lane stage was really not that great, but they managed to, I'm not going to say come back, but give enough farm to Alchemist. And that fight at tier 1 tower where they got outnumbered, and one fight after were actually crucial. Yeah, I mean, OG were just winning so many fights while the Alchemist farm. Yeah. Normally what's expected to happen when you have these like Alchemist, anti-mages, these heroes that are farming, your team suffers because they're taking 4v5 fights, but didn't feel like the case.
I expected EG to play more aggressive with the smokes early on, try to find Alchemist. They had the good vision on him, they just didn't make any rotations.
And OG read it, like they were dewarding everything, they just saw the movements coming. Jerax, you mentioned the smoke breaker, played out of his mind.
His positioning is actually insane, especially when he plays the Earth Spirit, when he can use the roll, get on the cliffs, hide in the tree.
It was a treat to watch some great Dota from OG, and that puts EG 1 win, 4 losses. Their group stage has started off very poorly. They need some wins, and they've got a game 2 coming up. So we're going to see if EG can bounce back, and if OG, well, if they're going to be looking for the 2-0 here, especially considering all the history between these two teams. Game 2 coming up after this.